welcome to Club Dragon 7 Gaming. I am your host, Club Dragon, and today we are going to be doing some more Railroads Online. Just wait for this to load in, and then we'll be able to get underway with doing some more log run deliveries of basically going to the freight depot with at least probably like I think either one more, maybe two more loads. Two more loads. So we're going to do two more runs back to the freight depot. And then pretty much we're going to just then try and free Betsy from where Betsy is. And just start trying to get the sawmill firewood depot sorted out. So we're pretty much just going to do like a supply run this episode, just running logs. To where we need the logs, and then we'll pretty much be set. So I think I need to do I need to top the sawmill up as well at some point, so I'll probably do that, and then we should be able to just do delivery runs. do also just need to do a ever so quick check of where some of the other log drop-off areas for the firewood depots are, so in that way I can get that lined up. But I'll probably just do a few of them whenever. For now we'll probably just do the sawmill and the freight depot. Just drop that in. Let's drop that out and coast it back to 55. So what we're going to do now is we're pretty much just going to get this train pretty much towing stuff. We're going to just basically push Betsy out the way, or pull Betsy into a siding over near where it's currently located after we've done this. Because at the moment Betsy can't go under its own steam, because Betsy has no steam. So what we're going to do is release the brakes on the cars behind Betsy, push Betsy pretty much out of, well, we'll probably pull it a little bit just so it can get some water in it. And then we'll just basically shift it out the way. But that's once we've done this. And I do need to get that line set for this train to go and get Betsy. That's once the freight depot is fully loaded. let's get majority of this set. So all I'm going to do for now is I'm going to make this pretty much like a short stream. So I'm going to do this run that I'm doing now to get the last 2 bits of log put into the freight depot, and then I'm going to get Betsy, shift Betsy, and basically have Betsy be parked up, ready for when I need to eventually get her fired up. And then once we've done the rest of what we need to finish off doing for down there, I'm going to park the, I'm going to basically go to lumber, get that sorted out with the logs there. Probably even load up another set of logs. And I'm going to leave this set of 2 here. Over at the logging, well, over at the sawmill bit. And then get the beams that we've got parked up. And I'm just going to shift them up to the iron mine in theory, if I've got time, because I'm just going to limit myself for a short bit of time on this, and then actually I might need to do that. I know what, I might run these up to maybe see if there's a log thing over at the I don't think there is one. I know there's one put the iron arm on it. But I don't think there's one on the pit stop up there. Right, so logs break even. Yeah, we'll get Betsy shifted out of the way, because poor Betsy's just blocking a point where I need to supply. So we'll get Betsy topped up with fuel and stuff, and actually, you know what, I might just basically drive Betsy all the way back up there. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, nice. I'm just doing the fire depot run again. I've only got to do 2 more logs for the freight depot one, and then I'm going to get, then basically just going to shift Betsy out the way. And I'm just going to start doing the sawmill. Just pretty much just doing the supply point for 2 of the areas. And then I'm going to probably go back to doing the beams and stuff at another point, I'm not sure yet. Because I've got cordwood parked up, I've got 2 cordwood wagons, I think, no, 4 cordwood wagons parked up that need to go smelters, but I can't bother shifting that yet. Because the smelters one's a death trap. While that train makes its way over to the freight depot, just gonna get this lined in so I can go pick Betsy up. So I just need to do roughly the same amount of runs. Yes, definitely sort Betsy out. coast off. How many cars you got it pulling? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the maximum Betsy can do up on incline. Because I know if it's on the empties, it can do just about alright. It'll breeze through like 4 no problem on empty. It does it does struggle on a slight incline when it's pulling 4, depending on what you've got loaded into it. Yeah, Betsy won't do too good on Iron Mine run, I don't think, because I don't even run it on the Iron Mine. I run this one, so I run the 9 ton, the next one up from Betsy that's 2000, because it's got a bit more power. Betsy just struggles on small inclines. You put it on a big one, it'll somewhat do alright, but it'll take its time. You can probably put Betsy full throttle, and it just won't go for it. I probably would say do 2 Betsies, but I'd probably say do one of these and a Betsy, and you probably might be able to do a longer run. How many finger cars you got? How many beam cars you got? Because at the moment I'm mainly running 2 beam cars. I've got about 6 of the log cars at the minute, because I've got these 2 here and I've got 4 attached to Betsy. Now I've got to think about... I've got a few cordwood cars. But as soon as I could, I got this one. Just so that I got a bit more power. Wow. Yeah, I'm just currently rescuing my Betsy, because I need to get my Betsy shifted out of the way so I can offload these logs. And it's got no steam. It can still, somehow it can still whistle, but it's got no steam. Even though that's saying it has, but it hasn't. Because all I need to do is just go and just go 0. Oh, Betsy, you okay? Come on, Betsy. Play ball. Shit. Actually, no. I need you to go forward a bit. I don't need you going backwards. I need you going forwards. Shit. I need to get you filled up with water. Break. My God, I hate this thing. Oh, how's that doing? Nope. Maybe. There we go. Alright. That's Betsy done. Good, Betsy. Alright, now I can fire this back. I just need to make sure Betsy gets clear of them points. Oh my God. Just want to make sure Betsy's clear. Yes. Right, so I can now fire it into there. Now I wonder if I unpin Betsy and I just give it a gentle push. Is it going to be nice? Yeah. Yeah, because normally what I do is I either buy 5 of the log cars just so then that way I've got enough base set up for it. Oh shit, Betsy still has power. How does Betsy have power though? It's got no firebox. It's got nothing in the firebox. Eh, either way. There you go, Betsy. Keep it going. And you should be safe there. That should be lined correctly now. Yes. Sweet. Try that forward a little bit. Them beam cars just went so wrong. But yeah, normally I try and get a small amount if I've not got enough near the time for, say, like this one. So I'd normally try and get this porter first, just so then that way, if need be, I can pull more. Like on steeper inclines, or like small amount on steeper inclines, just to make my life easier. Just gonna put the brakes on these. And just tie this down just purely because poor Bets is going nowhere for the time being. Because I don't exactly have anything I can do with Betsy at the minute. Right, you're set, so when you're ready to be when I actually do have some form of a use for you, I can go there. Is that actually going to land on that, or is that going to just screw me out of thing? Yeah. Is it going to let me unload it? Okay, that's fine. Okay. That I can work with. Right, let's just back this off. Back this off. And just drag this back slightly empty. And then coast off that. Shit. Brakes there. Fire that to forward. And now you are clear. Yeah, this will be fine, it's fine. There's probably need firewood actually. Yeah, let's up the firewood up on the way after I've done stuff, probably. You know what, I might actually just drop this off at the sawmill area for these two. I might not bother doing the finger. Like this, because it'd be pointless just for 4 pieces of wood anyway. Let's just see what I do here. That's perfectly lined up anyway. Yeah, a bit more forward. Yeah, that's not going to load both of them. It'll only load one probably. Right, while that does that, I'm just going to fly over and just correct these points. Ouch, building. Fly that over. Yeah, then that's lined. Yeah, that can then just basically have them two stay there. let's get this train topped. Oh, let's get to the sawmill again, and then let's get them beam cars in that. Let's just quickly get this parked up. Oh, that backfired very quickly. There we go. Ooh. That's fine. Hmm. When can I buy the Zoomer? Once I get 2,500 plus to customize it. Basically, at the moment, this is pretty much part 4 of me coming back to the coming back onto Railroads Online. Yeah. It takes a bit to get to that point again, because I did at one point have 2,000 after doing a few bits and bobs on this, but I ended up getting this just to make it easier rather than doing Betsy, because I had to get to the smelt and stuff, so it was like, if anything's on a steep incline, once I filled the sawmill up, I got this so I could go up and down the hills. So it's going to be a little bit of a way, but I'll eventually get there. Pretty much stocking up the firewood depots with logs and stuff gets you a bit more money as well, so it works out. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I do want to get the Zoomer, but the main concern with the Zoomer is, even on 15 reg, it's basically a nightmare to deal with. Oh shoot, wrong. It's not bad doing this one, so it's just Zoomer's just got like the speed issue, because in 15 reg it goes quite fast, like when empty. And with majority of the curves, the zoomer doesn't take it too well. So if you go around a curve even ever so slightly a bit too fast on it, you'll just pretty much go off the rail. But I'll try and get close to 2000 point for this, so I can at least try and get a zoomer. I do want to get the Glenbrook again because it was kind of fun to drive. It was just a bit technical. Because I do like the Glenbrook. 3100. Ooh. I will probably get that again and just name it Black Hawk. So it'll probably be engine number 5 or 4. While I'm running by here, I want to see if there's actually a top-up point for logs at this bit, because if there is, I'm probably might go there. Yeah, it's worth it for the power that it gives, but it's finicky when it comes to braking speed, especially in corners. Glenbrook's just basically a pain in the backside for pretty much braking, but it's not bad, this. I'm playing with the low fuel consumption and realistic physics. And I've also got the industry on easy, so they're less demanding for the time being till, like, just to start out with. So it'll be along lines of easier to manage, and then when I get a few more wagons and stuff and I can start doing proper run rounds, I can then do it that way. But at the minute, with a few engines, best bet start off with it being less demanding. Otherwise, basically, once you're just basically blitz through resources, so it's just pretty much get the industries to the point where they're filled with what they need to be filled with to keep them going, and then when I get more engines, just do it that way, just manage it that way. It's sort of like what I never do with Minecraft, where I'll set it so it's easy for me to just basically get set up and have like a base and then up the level over time, depending on how crazy I get. I know for a fact Montezuma would die on this run. And it would just be the downhill bit, because all you'd get is the brakes full on and Montezuma trying to slow down. It just keeps dragging itself. Yeah. Aurora Falls, with it being a big map and everything, it's a pain to do. The smaller maps, it's like with the iron ore mine at the minute, so long as I basically work on getting the beams topped up, like, if I do the beams first, it makes it a bit more easier. I think, is it the beams or is it not the beams I'm doing? I can't remember which one I'm doing. Yeah, it's the beams I'm doing first. Shit, that's the wrong button. That's the right one. So yeah, I'm basically doing the beams first because they're about 30. Yeah, that's why I set the industry so it's less demanding. So at the minute with this, so I do eventually need to get this topped up. Okay. How the At least they put the water tower in the right spot. How the fuck am I supposed to top this up? Huh. Well, that's going to be a fun adventure to figure that one out. Because I don't think... Yeah, that's not going to reach over there. It needs to be moved a bit more closer over here. Maybe angled a bit. Huh. Okay, I'll figure that problem out another time. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, just by me getting the beams to 30, then when I start putting lumber in, it'll slowly but surely start sorting all this out. And they only take 290 to thingy, like 290 anyway, just to get that sorted. So with the iron ore mine, it's a lot more easy to quickly get sorted out. Let's take the brake off and let's prepare to die on this descent down. Because I hate this thing descending. I'll figure out a way to possibly get that set so I can actually top that up, because that would be essential. Because till I get the coal stuff sorted out, I'm mainly going to be using wood, so I'd ideally need a wood point there. But mind you, I've got a wood depot down at Sawmill, so it should be fine. Either I'll just replace it with wood rock and just have it so I've got a train running it up. Easy. There we go. Yeah, the Montezuma would die on this instantly. This is like going to be a nightmare in the Zuma. I don't like this. I do not like this. Okay, this seems fine for the time being. 93. Yeah, with this one, so it's got about, I'd probably say 3 people near enough. You could probably, like, divvy it out. Yeah. Yeah, with this pre-laid layout, you could probably run it with about 3 people. Because you could basically have it so that you just switch around sort of thing. So you could always have it where if one's on firewood duty, once they've done all the firewood stuff, they could just act as like a shunter. Or you just have it where you run a few wagons up and just basically have it where you've got it all stockpiled in sidings and stuff. And then you just basically run the empties down. What should I say? Not too bad then. I'm tempted to get one more of these cars, but I don't know. Yeah, true. It just depends on the area that you're in as well, because if you've got it so that, say for example, you've got like one train that's going in to drop off the resources completely, if you have it set so you've got at least a designated area, because some of the areas have like a loop and stuff, so you could probably split some of the trains. I know with the logging camp there's one small siding next to where you load the logs in. I knew it was going to be picky. But it's like with here, you can probably run like a few small beam train, you could probably just have it so it's set so you've got like a beam on lumber train set for the iron mine. Only issue is you'd literally have to load it, back it near enough all the way up onto there to flip this to then just basically go into the slots. That's the only issue. Because it's like down here, you've got a few little drop-off areas, but as long as you keep this track here clear, you've got enough room here for at least say like one set of train, another set of train, another set of train, another set of train. So there's a select few options of where I could put trains and stuff, like for say like loaded vehicles and stuff. Then probably just like drive at least, I'd probably say not as many beam and lumber cars, and just do like a small little rundown. It's like with this first line here, if you've got someone retopping up the sawmill and stuff, as long as you coordinate it, or as long as you coordinate, it'd be fine. Because there's like a fire through line there. Got the loop so we can just loop it round. It's like the land camp's got two cordwood area bits where I can load the cordwood up, back it out a bit, flip the point, and just park them up. So you could pretty much have 3 people run it, because if need be, you could have it so you've got one that's designated for up near, like all the way up near towards where the oil field is. Because the main thing that you do in the beginning is pretty much make sure you've got your sawmill topped up, get your beams and your lumber, take it up to the iron ore mine. Get that set up, so then that way you can set up the smelter a bit better and get the coal mine up and running. And I've got to do the coal mine next. Fuck. The coal mine's going to be an adventure. Yeah, smelter's a nightmare. I think, what was it, first time I went down to the smelter, I actually derailed. Because I was going down, I didn't realise it was that much of an incline going down. And I was like, it'd be alright, the train will be alright. It's not going that fast, took off the bit of speed of the rag. Didn't hit the brakes once, and just basically got to where the helper shed is, got round to the point system, and just went straight off the rails. All 4 cardboard cars just went straight off. And then from then onwards I just started breaking down that bit. Because I don't like it. At least with this being pre-laid, it's basically all connected. To some extent. So, yay. It makes my life easier. So no, that's fine. So that's a coal shed. So I might put 2 coal, 2 wood engines in there. I've got about, what, I spend probably longer than that, because the way I was doing it when I was laying it out before they made pre-laid was I was making sure I had the freight depot had at least a fuel spot and a good chunk of sidings, and then I was trying to do like a 2-lane from the freight depot, well, one like like a 2-track on both sides, and then having like little siding areas where you could top up. So I was trying to do it that way, and then when it came down to trying to do the iron ore mine and gold and the coal mine, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, how the hell am I going to get a train, like the train track all the way up there? And I just had a few issues with it, so I ended up abandoning the save, because I was trying to do it the original way, because the one that I've got currently in my other file, I basically put a gold mine in. I've got majority of the industries except for the stamp mill in one pine map save, and it's just funny as anything because it looks so ridiculous. Just having like the iron mine opposite the coal mine on a different point, on like a different system, but it's same line, different finger. Oh my god, you could do this, come on. There we go. But yeah, I had to flip a good few things around. I've got about 100 odd hours in this, and some of it's just from either track building or like pretty much re-railing stuff and stuff like that. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way you're still on a slant. There we go. Right, what can I put up here then? Because I need to get rid of that firewood thingy and at least possibly make it a bit more decent. So there's probably a coal tower, so I could probably run a coal engine up here. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it. Oh, that's perfectly on now. So I might get rid of that. Yeah, I've got a coal tower here. Why would you put a fucking... What in the ever? God, there are so many issues with this setup, but I understand why that's like that. Unload, unload. I think, yeah, that one, yes, so, yeah, I've got to do one more down the hill and back up. Yeah. I like the smaller ones. Should I put that on actually? Because I do want to just double check something. Yeah. I think that. Right, so almost at the 1,000 mark. Do they do the lumber? I think they do as well. Yes, they do. Rails and raw iron. Yeah, then you get the bigger ones that are about 250 each. Passenger ones. Okay, what's that one for? Cordwood. Oh, fudge, no. I think it's either cabooses or it's the way cars that you can probably put the firewood stuff into. I'm not going to need that yet. Right, what is the main one I need? So that's probably going to be rails. Right, let's fly over to... because I know it's over where's it at? Right, there's a smelter. Right, so it's somewhere over here. It's not that. Please tell me these points are lined up. Right, okay, that's just telling me that things are... Right, so I don't need that way. Okay. Here's the annoying thing about the coal mine. It's all the way over here somewhere. And I've got to make sure the points are aligned so I go that direction when I need to go that direction. Otherwise I am screwed. Right, that fires off that, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I think the coal mine's all the way up there. Now here's the confusing bit. They've got two different lines. One line that sends you over which ironically, yeah, so it is that way to the coal mine. Great. Is that lined correctly? Yes. Okay. Now we're just going a wild follow the trap. Wait. It can't be, can it? Is it? Did you just send me the long way round? Right, where's that going to send me? Shit, I've not got these lined up, have I? Yes, I have. Right, so fly over here. Fly over here. That's perfectly fine. Oh dear love of God. Please don't tell me these... Right, that's the line for that. Right, that's fine. What do I need for up here? I think I know one of them's rails. I think the other one's wood stuff in it. So that line said that. Okay, this is just... So I'm going to go over here, then this is going to line me up over here. Right, so I need 30 beams, 60 rails, so I probably might get the 60 rails. Right, okay, so I can I can do the logs over. Right, that's fine. Logs, and I think that's the coal stuff. Yeah, that's coal. Water. Why do we have 2 water towers? Make sure. Right, yeah. So I need you. I can probably put a wood and a coal engine there. So we definitely need rails. And we definitely need beams. Right, so I need to check the smelter. Oh, it's like trying to Tokyo drift this thing. Or is it the iron? Wait. Nope, that's a town. My God. They made flying so annoying. Right, so what do I need for smelter? I know it's cardboard. Is it beams and lumber? Because if so, I might just get the Montezuma, get the bigger stuff. Right, that's the helper station. This is where I derailed last time. Outrate. Right, so I've slowly started doing the cordwood here. So I need 100 of that. And I need... Okay, so we're going to need a lot of iron ore. Shit. And then... rails... and raw iron. Rails. So that would produce... Right, that's fine then. Now I need to just find my train. Which is... over here. Right, so that needs a coal depot. Okay. Oh, that's got coal, so that needs coal, right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this train here topped up. Probably. One in there. 2 in there. Break off. Right, so I'm just going to do one more beam run. And then I'm going to do... Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Oh, Jesus. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I prefer the smaller cars. So I do actually prefer these smaller cars because they're kind of decent. They're more lighter as well, so it makes it a lot more easy for getting stuff done. Okay. I'm just going to see how much time I've got left after I've done this stream sort of thing, because God knows how long I've got left to do this. Because I'm going to be doing a bit more later on anyway, so... just gonna see how long I've got left in a few minutes. So that's lined perfectly for these two to be dropped in. Ooh, maybe. Yes! We now have that ready to be loaded, and are they both loaded? Yes. Right, back this in, and just gonna 400 it. Right, I should have a bit of time left. Just see how long it takes me to get back up to the iron ore mine. I'm just going to let this engine go backwards for the time being. Hopefully we're able to get the zoom at some point. Actually, you know what, while that train's going backwards, I do just want to see. how much it's going to cost in total. Come on. It's not going to let me do it. Normally it'll let me do it. Because I'm driving a train, it's just trying to process stuff. No, it's because it's thinged, I don't have enough for it yet. Ugh. Evil. I need to try and see what I can do to it. I'll see if it'll let me do it when it's stationary sort of thing, but I don't think it will. Actually, no, will it let me do it to a wagon? Yes. So let me do it to that, but it won't let me do it to that. It won't let me do it to that. Ah, it's because I don't have enough for it. They've patched it so you can't customize to see what you'd want to do to a train till it's finger, so it's alright. I might need to get more water in that adventure at some point soon. I probably have enough time to possibly run this back down and get the lumber. Possibly. I could probably top these up quicker. I need that kind of thing. But I don't have the train for it yet. Actually, no, you know what? I might actually have time for one more run. Back up here, I think. Possibly. Time for one more run. Oh, still got time to get down there, I think. $1,100, that's fine. So we're hitting that cusp for in fact, this train's almost derailed twice. It's funny. I know, I won't have enough time to get down there and load it. Shit. Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do a run where I go back up. Just 'cause I've got stuff to quickly sort out. After I've done the stream, so... In the next part, we'll probably get the Montezuma. much water is this thing gonna need? Right, we'll have to do a top up in the next stream as well. Right, I am gonna just quickly get these cars loaded, fly over, flip the point so we can stop off at the water site on the way up to that climb, and then I'm gonna have to call it a stream. This probably won't load too. Yeah, fly up with them. Let's just quickly fly over here, get this point set up. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, please remember to hit that follow button as well as the bell notification icon so you get notified when I go live, so you don't miss a single live stream. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. You can check this you can check out the past live streams that I've done over on the Club Dragon 7 Gaming Twitch archive channel, YouTube channel. Yeah, until next time guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.